No, but that management doesn't have to discuss that with me. Right. It was a decision that for whether short-term or long-term reasons they thought was best to make. I don't necessarily agree with it. Lamar was an extremely valuable member of our team. We will miss him dearly, but it can't impact what it is that we have to do coming back into practice today and trying to get prepared to start the season on Christmas. As much as we may disagree, it may bother us, it may impact us. We have to find ways to put it aside. Like I said before, most disappointing is just the circumstances, not that a player gets traded. That will happen at some point. Some of the best players in NBA history were traded.
Mm-hmm. Can you win a championship with this roster?
With this roster, I think we can, actually. I think we can. It was interesting when I came back to the team in 07-08. Mm-hmm. We had no idea where that team was going. We did some good things. Obviously, the Pau Gasol trade happens, and we're in the NBA Finals without having any idea 4 days into training camp that's where we'd be in June. So, we just have to be in the here and the now and focus on being the best team we can be as it is.
That was with the roster adjustment. My question was, with this roster, can you win a championship?
In my opinion, yes. But you can't win a championship until you're there. So, we had a great roster last year. We thought we could win a championship, and we didn't. So, having Lamar didn't guarantee us winning a championship. Not having him doesn't guarantee us, winning or not winning. We just have to kind of see how this thing unfolds.
Before any possible future moves are made, what can the team realistically do to mitigate any degree of the gap that Lamar leaves?
Well, first of all, I think is to remain a team, although it'll be extremely difficult. It's very easy to start to splinter before this thing even gets started. So that's first and foremost, is to keep the bunker mentality that it really is us and everybody else is on the outside.
You're against us?
And no, it's always about.
It's always gonna be like that.
It's always
you need an excuse to have a bunker mentality.
No, you don't need an excuse to have a bunker mentality. Every time you start training camp, you have a bunker mentality. So that's what we'll need to focus on, and things will play out and develop as each day goes by. Most of these questions I don't have answers for because I don't make those decisions. That's why Mitch gets paid the big bucks to make those decisions. So his job is much harder than mine. I just got to get ready for practice now.